Do you ever struggle with artist block? Do you ever sit there looking at a blank bit of paper thinking, what can I draw? I'm not inspired. Well, everyone does that. I do that. And I had the most brilliant idea the other day. Well, it's not a brilliant idea. It's an idea. But it will help you. It helped me. It will help you get some images that you'll get really excited about. I promise you, you get really excited about it. So this is the story. I went to the garden centre. Happened to be there for a garden centre related purchase. And as I was walking around, I thought, Christ, I'm surrounded by the most interesting plants of all varieties. And so I just started taking photos. So take photos of the flowers, the flower heads, the buds, the twigs, the leaves, and there's such a wide array of nature that just a trip to the garden centre, walking around with your camera and just taking photographs. And I'm talking about kind of not necessarily macros, but just close-ups of how the thing comes out of the soil, or how the stem splits, or how the leaves come off, and the shape of the leaves and the colour of the leaves, or the flower head, the petals, the shape of the petals. There's so many interesting. If you can't get excited about walking around a garden centre and taking photos of all the fauna, and let's face it, you don't have to go to a garden centre. You could just take a walk out in the countryside. You could just go into your garden, weeds and all. You know, there's so many interesting textures and forms that you can just take a photo of. And if you find something that you're really excited about, take several photos of it from different angles. So when you get back home and you're looking at your photos, you can kind of have a look and go, oh yeah, I understand how this works. I understand that there's a sphere on top of a stem with a cup, and you'll have a better understanding how to draw it, as opposed to just going onto Pinterest, grabbing a photo, which is possible, grabbing a photo which is just a 2D image, and then trying to work out what's the form, how is it shaped, what's behind that, how does that bit come out of that bit. But so going to a garden centre, or just going into your own garden, or just walking down the street and taking pictures of plants, of weeds, it doesn't really matter. There are some fantastic shapes and forms and everything else. And then, so I did that, and I took a load of photos in the garden centre. And then as I came out, just across the lot, it's like a little retail park, just across the lot is a pet store. And I got really excited. And so I went into the pet store, and there was just, there's 3 walls of fish tanks. And in the middle, they've got kind of a smattering of, they had some rodents, some birds. They also had a reptile, a bank of reptile stuff. And of course, you can go up, and the little fish, they come swimming up to the glass because they kind of see movement, and they come up and go, oh, what's going on here? So they'll perform for you. So I took some brilliant photos of exotic fish. Three of the little goldfishy type things I took. Yeah, really cute. And they performed, and they came and posed for me. And I've got some more somewhere. Let me see if I can find them. You can never find anything when you want it, can you? Oh, some more. These were quick and nasty sketches. So yeah, there's my fishies. From loads of different angles. And so again, when you get home, you can kind of look at it and go, okay, I understand how the fin is, how the tail is, the shape and dimension, how the tail attaches to the body, all that kind of thing. So you've got reptiles, you've got geckos and chameleons and snakes and frogs, and then you walk around, and then there's all these fish from kind of bog standard kind of trouty, goldfishy little fishes. And then as you walk around, the fish get more and more exotic. And then they had some shrimps, and there was some slugs and all sorts. And it's just, it's the most interesting place to be. So I took a ton of photos, and now whenever I kind of come home, I don't even have to think about, oh, what am I going to draw today? You know, what can I get excited about? I can just come home and just grab my book, open a page, go straight to one of my flora or fauna images that I took, and just draw a plant and just draw a fish. And then once you get into that, you've kind of broken the duck, haven't you? You've kind of got going. You've started putting ink on paper in your sketchbook, and then your mind will drift, and then you'll think, well, you know, lovely fish, but now I want to draw a robot. So it's a real quick and simple way. Get out, get into your garden centre. Typically, because they'll have more varieties than probably what's in your own garden. Go to a pet store or a zoo. I mean, crikey, you know, if you're nearby to a zoo, and just take a gazillion photos. And then whenever you come home and you think, oh, I want to do some art, I want to do some drawing, but I don't know what to draw, just draw me a goldfish, you know? Draw me a dandelion, draw me a daisy, and you're off and running. So that's my tip for the day. Or you might have your own pet. My little dog's just come running down the stairs. You might have your own pet. Take some photos of your own pet. Study its form, how the head attaches to the neck, you know, the shapes and the relationship in size and all that kind of malarkey. He's walking around here, my little doggy. He's going to his bed. Yeah, so I'm kind of rambling now. You will have so much fun taking photos of source material that I promise you, for a year, you won't have any problem getting home from work, grabbing a pen and just doodling in your book from one of your pictures from one of the pictures you took. And on the screen now is a video to watch, and maybe the subscribe button, or is it over there? One of them. Yeah. Thanks for watching.